talk about the game jam?
Sure, sure.
All right. Do you want to introduce it or should I introduce it?
You go right ahead, I guess.
All right. So, I'm a game dev. Like, I've done game dev stuff for like a while now. I went to fucking college for that shit, right?
Hmm.
So, I haven't done game jam stuff in like year and a half or whatever, and I was like, fuck it, I want to like make a game again. So I picked out a game jam. I picked out the Bracky's game jam, and I asked this motherfucker right somewhere on my screen or your screen wanted to participate with me because I know you're like a programmer, you're like a software engineer, and I'm like, fuck it, want to make
Vaguely.
something, and so we did. I had a group of people, including Lace Spades, who's the other, well, one of the other Arch, not Arch, NixOS
Yeah,
Linux VTubers.
yeah. Nick's
They
somehow.
also were helping with the programming. I had a VTuber friend, Giant Tab, work on the art and everything. We all worked on a game called Risky Duel.
Hmm.
Basically like that mini game in Kirby where like or Kirby Superstar where it's like the quick draw like duel mini game where you have to like wait for an opening then fire or whatever. It's that the game.
Hmm.
Um and we made it. It's out. I want to do some post jam stuff with it, but I think Lace is still kind of busy with some stuff. But like once you all have time, I would really like to keep working on that game because I think it's really cool. Like I really liked how the art style turned out and like the just the whole thing's just great. I do wish I was a little more involved with like direct like coding of it because I was kind of just taking a backseat, kind of just being like, do what you want. I won't interrupt you.
Hmm.
I think next time we do a game jam, I want to be a little more involved and stuff like that. But I was the one that like made like the mechanics, like designed everything, made sure that like uh project management stuff, making sure things got in on time. Like I was sort of like the mastermind behind it. But
Hmm.
I think next time I do a game jam, I want to do a little more of an active role, like
Mm.
actually going in Godot, tweaking things myself, that sort of thing.
Yeah,
Because it was one of the.
Oh, gone.
Go on. Oh, you on?
I was gonna say. I think I was busy earlier in the week, so I think I spent. I just like turned my university mode back on and just. I think I did like
Yeah.
12 hours of programming one day just to
Oh
get it up to
God.
speed.
Yeah. But
So
was it fun with you learning Godot and all that? Like, you want to talk about some of the stuff you had with learning Godot?
Well, I had already been learning Godot a little while ago. I did. If you go on YouTube, you can find the what's the video? It's Brackey's Godot tutorial.
Yes, he's
Whatever
been
he's
doing
called it.
Godot recently. And that's great.
Let me see if I
I
can find the
remember
video.
he was like a Unity guy, and then he was like,
Mhm.
"I'm gonna leave now, bye." And like he was like, "Okay, I'm back." Unity's doing his real time runtime shit. I'm doing Godot tutorials now. It's been
Mhm.
great. Like that and GE Quest are like the best Godot tutorials you can ask for.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, so I had done beforehand there's a online GD script tutorial where it just like takes you through the syntax and all that good stuff. And then I'd gone through the how to make a video game Godot beginner tutorial. It's like an hour and 17 minutes long. Provides you everything you
Mm.
need to know to like make a basic platformer. So I had like that basis there. And I have done Python in the past, and GD script is basically like a mashup of Python and JavaScript and Ruby.
Yes.
It's like a very simple scripting language,
It's
frankly.
kind of like how Game Maker Studio has like its own little like built-in engine
Yeah,
or engine language.
yeah, yeah. Oh, also, Godot is also written in GD script, which is
Yes.
one of the nice things for plugin developers because you can then write Godot plugins in Godot, which
Yes.
is super cool. But yeah, so I had a general, mostly reasonable enough understanding of Godot to do a basic sort of game. There were a lot of things I ran into where I was just I don't have as much experience with Godot and was like kind of bashing my
Mhm.
head against why the hell is this not working. So there are a lot of, let's just say, less than optimal,
Yeah.
less than optimal design choices I made to make that game function in the time that I worked on it. A lot of
Yep.
passing around things through singletons, a lot of global values that probably shouldn't be globals, a lot of
You
call
pulled a
stacks.
yandere dev and made it all an if statement.
No, that takes more time. I don't know how much time he's written if statements in that game, but like, yeah, I know what a modular. I'm not gonna be like, if one equals true, if one equals negative, if two equals positive, if three equals negative, just use a fucking modulo. Yeah, it was a good learning experience to get back up to speed with it, because I've done game development stuff in the past. I've done some Unity stuff in the past. I've done a little tiny bit of Unreal, but I've been wanting to go and do some of my own stuff with game development for a while. I started on a project and then got distracted, so it was a good way to sort of get back up to speed and like sort of refresh my memory on programming, right? Because once you've, it's kind of like learning to ride a bike, where once you've learned, you might feel, if you take 5 years and don't ride a bike, it's going to feel awkward the first 5 minutes, but you quickly get back up to speed.
Muscle memory, but like brain memory.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. That's why like I want to eventually like get back into programming myself, because like I want to like make stuff myself without like relying on other people to like program for me. I want to like actually be involved in that shit. So like I want to do that one thing that who is that one like super big Linux influencer guy, programmer, big YouTuber. What was his name that like has like a game dev like programming course? You know what I'm talking about?
Linux game dev
He's like a big Linux guy. He likes his Linux stuff. He has like was it let me actually look it up. I think it was called like boot.dev.
Like
boot.dev. Yeah, so boot.dev is the thing that I was using. What was the guy? The Prime again, that's his name.
Oh, yes, Mr. Primo Jam himself, yes.
Primo Jam. Yes, I want to learn like his like core. He has like a thing called boot.dev or something that like I want to learn myself.
That's the thing I've been going around sponsoring a lot of people.
Yes. It looks cool. I may get into it at some point. That'd be neat.
I can't speak for the quality of the course. A lot of people talk about it.
Yes.
There's so many resources online to learn to program. It's really hard to sort of
narrow it,
evaluate the quality of all of them, just because there's there's thousands of hours of programming tutorials online at this point.
It's basically like if you want to learn to programming and you want to like look up how to do stuff, you really get like choice process of like, well, there's this site, but there's this site, but there's this site, but there's, and it's like you have like, what do I pick? I want to do programming.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna do the funny gamified Chungus program.
Yeah.
I'll do that. I'll learn the low level stuff, and I'll be like, cool. I'm gonna game dev. Bye.
Well, like, if you just want to do game development, honestly, just check out the Brackey's tutorial if you've not seen it yet. It's just a good place.
Well, I also want to like do some programming myself outside of game dev. Like game dev is the main thing I want to do, but like learning other like languages and stuff, having that like really foundational stuff out of the way is like great for me, because I can also potentially find a job with that. Work a dead end job that I don't like, you know. So that'd be a cool way to get out of that.
Well, time to pick up if you want to learn fundamentals. Time to pick up C.
Why C?
Because C is going to give you a lot of control, and you're going to be able to break a lot of things, and you kind of need to have a fundamental understanding of memory management to really do anything productive in C.
Can I learn Python and then C?
You can if you want to.
No, Python's like the most popular first language, so like if I want to do Python and then
Python
C,
or JavaScript,
I'll be
probably JavaScript's more popular. I don't know. One of the two's the most popular.
Yeah. But like I I can learn C. I need to get the big thick C book though. Like
Yeah,
the
the
stuff
C
that I'll
programming
like
language is
fucking
it's a read.
yeah. I'll do the funny like Linux femboy slash trans girl thing of like, haha, I'm learning C, and it's just a book with my
Well, you can go
yeah.
the complete opposite
Calling
direction.
programmer sucks.
You can just go and say, I'm gonna learn Rust, and there you go. New solution.
I do want to learn Rust though. That's like the top thing I want to learn besides game dev is Rust. Like it's such a cool language. It's got all the cool stuff. Everyone's rewriting shit with it, and I think that's really cool because like I think one of the major things people misunderstand with Rust that like yes, haha, fun that everyone's rewriting Rust and stuff. You know what the one best thing you can do to learn a programming language is rewrite an existing program that you know that knows your functions and everything in a different language. That is the best way to learn Rust. And that's why there's a lot of Rust rewrites, because people are wanting to learn Rust and they're like, okay, I'll rewrite this random program in Rust or that random program in Rust, basically. Like, that's great, you know? That's
This
perfect.
is why there are 70 NES emulators. Because the
Or
NES
Rust.
is a perfectly understood console, and it's relatively simple. Obviously, any emulation developer is going to go, don't care. It's relatively simple if compared to newer devices, and there's
Game
so much
Boy.
documentation on it.